The New York accent has long held the crown in terms of popularity in American cinema, from intense biopics such as Raging Bull, to lighthearted comedies such as My Cousin Vinny, to modern dramas such as The Irishman. The New York accent has played a huge part in the movies. Set yourself up for success by mastering this crucial and often called upon dialect. This lesson is designed to help you speak with a convincing New York accent. I'll kick things off by going over key vowel and consonant changes in an individual manner. These changes are pervasive throughout New York City. I'll then demonstrate those changes in a short text. Along the way, I'll provide a tip or two on how to relish performing with a New York accent. In no time, you'll be expressing yourself like a bona fide New Yorker. Drop the R vowel. Car, hair, morbid, order, shared. A vowel is defined as a sound that carries tone. A consonant is explained as a sound that initiates or finalizes tone. In standard American English, R endings are voiced in a muscular, retroflexed R. Car, hair, order, morbid, shared. Speech experts call syllables that end with R vowels because the tone is elongated by the R as opposed to finalized. When you talk with a New York accent, you do use the R vowel to carry the tone, but the tongue doesn't necessarily flex, so you typically get a dropped R. Car, hair, morbid, order, shared. Thicken the long U. Boomed. Buick Rendezvous. Do. Tiramisu. Thicken the OR sound. The course. Costs. Drawing, thoughtful, watermelon. With both the long U and the R sound, have it resonate off your upper lip. The New York accent tends to be nasal, so the sound is higher in the face than in your standard American. The short A occasionally becomes air. Dragged, gas, half, master. A select number of short A sounds take on the air sound, which is like the vowel in air, without the R. However, many short A's are pronounced the same as in the standard American accent. When in doubt, leave the short A alone. But if you're sure, use the change to sell the accent. The following speech concerns a husband complaining about being dragged into the rain by his wife, then complaining about his car, then complaining about having to share. Here's the good news. You don't have to pay attention to the complaints. You're better off listening for the changes we've just gone over. And if you're really smart, you'll hit the pause button and scroll the About section where you'll find the text. You'd benefit from jumping in and saying the words out loud. You might then toggle between this recording and the words, going back and forth between my example and your own efforts. There's no limit to how good you could get. Forget about it. New York weather has a morbid sense of humor. It had been picture perfect when my wife dragged me into the exhibit. But as she dragged me through the parking lot, the sky was a gang of clouds. Thunder boomed and the floodlights switched on, drawing my attention to the raindrops rushing through the harsh light. I don't do well with rain. It doesn't do any favors for my hair. I turned from a thoughtful type to a soaked grouch. So I was trying not to resent my wife's insistence that we step out of our car. Our car. That's a therapy session in itself. Are you familiar with the Buick Rendezvous? It was sort of half station wagon, half sport utility vehicle, meaning it was too small to handle all the stuff, but large enough to guzzle up a ton of gas. We shared it in order to keep costs down. Let me tell you, some things aren't meant to be communal. Pizza, I say one should share. Watermelon, tiramisu, not a car. Not if you want a healthy marriage. Okay, well, that's how it's done. I've given you the tools, now it's up to you. Take care of business. Put the changes to work and you're on your way. Best of luck with your New York accent.